And hello to all my Libra friends. I would like to welcome you in. My name is Scott Sagent, and today I'm going to be doing your free psychic tarot reading for August of 2021. Now, they have dialed up a four-corner spread for you today. We are going to conclude with a couple angel cards, oracle cards, and that usually tells me that we're more about advice at the end there. But for the base of the reading, we're doing the four corners, which looks at the four main areas that people ask about in tarot, such as your work, your finances, your love, and your health. So the cards are already shuffled. I do that ahead of time to save time, and now I'm going to bring you in so you can watch. Go ahead and hit that like button and build up the energy in here. Last month, Libra, you guys did okay. You were in the middle of the pack with likes. Let's see if we can get you over the hump this time. Hit that like button and let's get to work. Excited. I think we're on. Okay. So what I'm doing now, I do on camera. They are my ritual cuts. It basically cuts the deck into three different pieces and puts it back together in a separate order. That satisfies the ritual aspect of tarot. And it's also the same procedure that I used for my personal readings. And pretty much any work I do with tarot. And then the cards are ready, so we're ready to rock and roll. So, four corners for Libra. Not the greatest way to start. There we go. Now you can see big themes all around. Oops. Okay. Want to leave that? Yeah, let's leave that alone. Now a couple gold cards, our oracle cards for the corners, at least the major ones. Work and finance is going to be your major this month for my Libras. I think that's all in view. So I'm going to zoom back out and we are going to get going and get to work. There we go. All right, Libra. Work and finance is going to be your big talking points. We're going to save that for the end so we can spend the most time on it. I'm going to get going with your health and your love first, much simpler areas of your life. With health, they show it's a lot of you are at risk to theft or loss is the card that comes up in regard to health. It doesn't sound good and it may not be good. It's more usually of a precursor. They're trying to get you to avoid something, to maybe rolling downhill or having like an avalanche of things happen. They're pretty much trying to get you to prevent it by, catching it early, something like that. And when I'm talking about theft or loss in regards to health, it's basically saying that you have the potential to lose some health this month in August. Which means that things are either going to occur or maybe tempt you. If you're in like a certain diet program or something like that, you may be tempted to break it, or you just may be whatever it is. It's going to be different for everybody. I mean, this is a general reading, but overall they're trying to get you to observe your patterns, what you're doing in regards to your health. If any of you are in any kind of relationships that are affecting your health, that this is obviously going to be a much smaller section of Libras, but if any of you are dealing with somebody who's not trustworthy, that can also come up as the Seven of Swords. Deceit, stuff like that would affect your health corner. So something like that you really have to get out of your life and work on. For everybody else, it is, they bring it up, but it is a minor theme in compared to all this other stuff I have going on for you. So really they're just saying to be aware of it, keep an eye on it, and do what works for you, cut out what doesn't work for you, and stay strong with what you're doing that's working. That's your health corner. As we move on to your love, they show that you're in a much better love corner in August than I'm assuming you have been recently. They show that you have been nurturing kind of your mind. Your mind has been more at ease with your love situation. It doesn't mean it necessarily has changed a lot, but your mentality has. You have a really good mindset is what they're saying for this. A lot of you have been seeing some new people comes up. In the Queen card that I'm looking at, there is a couple kissing in the background that shows, for some of you, you have been either taking the relationship forward or exploring new possibilities with new partners. Overall, I have nothing but good for your love corner. It's just not like profoundly good. It's just like small level good, if that makes sense. They show, with that good, healthy mentality in regards to love, it just makes so many things better and brighter in your life. It's very important to do that. They also show a small victory. So in August, there's a lot of opportunities for something small coming up, just a bump up in the right direction, like a small little step in regards to love. And, love doesn't necessarily refer to your lover or your love life. It can also branch out into family or friends, basically people that you love. So you're surrounded by a small victory of some sort in August. I'm not sure what that is yet. We'll just have to see. But since it's good news, I'm not really worried about it, and neither should you. So all things good there. Keep that up, Libra. That's good to see. As we move into work and finances, a little bit not as good. Where do I want to start here? Let's start with work. Oh boy. Work. To begin, I have the Moon card as the base card that came up. The Moon is always that funky, kind of mysterious energy and just kind of a weird work month for you. For a lot of you, it kind of shows itself in different ways. They show some of you are just going to be battling out, going to war this month. It's the card of war. Really the trick is to finding peace in your own head during this crazy span. It may not be the whole month, but it's a major thing that comes up, so that's why we're talking about it. It's really about finding peace through the chaos is what we're talking about. So a lot of you are going to be very busy. Things are going to be weird, like I said. That was the base card, and really just traverse through it. And there's other Libras that are going to be experiencing some level of heartbreak with work. So this may be losing your job or, taking on some new direction, or maybe training other people, or doing something in your job that you don't want to do, perhaps. And anyway, it comes up as heartbreak, not like your heart's breaking over it, but it's showing the emotion, not the emotional, the mental aspect of it, and how you really don't want to deal with it, is what comes up with work. So for some of you, it's busy, chaotic. For others of you, it's just not a good work month. There's stuff in there that you don't like, you don't want to deal with, and you just wish it was over. That's the stuff that comes up for your work. Now, the advice behind all of that is really just you're just going to have to take it day by day. It really is what it is. With the Oracle card that came in, it's the card that means gentleness or motherly, and it's also talking about nurturing yourself. So make sure that you take care of yourself at this time, especially in August. Surround yourself with good people. Be gentle toward yourself. Don't be too hard on yourself. Give yourself the freedom to make a couple mistakes, and it's not the end of the world. Learn from it. But the more gentle you are with yourself and your surroundings, the people you surround yourself with, especially in work or any time you're working. Let's say you work from home. Make sure you surround yourself in a good environment that is as away from the chaos as possible. It's coming up. It's going to be for a lot of you, and it's going to be all over the place, unfortunately. But this is why this kind of stuff comes up. If it doesn't mean that there's not anything good that's going to come in for work in the month of August. It just means that this is what they wanted to talk about. If it's something good, like I said, for your love, there's not a whole lot really to say except keep doing it. So this is more kind of the stuff that I'm used to reading. And it's not to scare you or to do anything negative or any kind of annotations like that. It's really just to kind of prepare you and get ready to take it day by day, because it's going to be a challenge. Not every day is going to be bad, but there are some that will. So getting ready for that and preparing for it is a huge thing. Be gentle with yourself. As we move into your finances, the first thing that they show is that a lot of your finances have kind of something not so good in there. It's really important. It's a good month for you to do the right thing with finances. Spend it the right way. Don't spend it in weird ways. We started with your weird work, and now we're getting into kind of a toxic, weird, not weird, but more kind of just in general, negative influenced finances. Be careful with your spending. Be careful with your temptations. There is, for a lot of you, they're saying that your finances are directly nurturing your work. A lot of you are spending money in your work or your work corner or your business or your enterprise or schooling or something that you're learning. They're saying that that comes up. And it looks like that's like an unavoidable thing. I don't, it's upright, so it's not inverted. It's not blocked. It's not telling me that, there's anything really to do about it except to, maybe just be smart. Maybe just, take things a step at a time. Don't plan things too far in advance, like kind of the same information with the work thing. Like take things day by day. Really kind of the best advice financially I can give you right now. They also show that there's a love action that comes up in your financial corner. That's a very interesting way to put it. A lot of you in August, you may be taking vacations with your loved one. If you're married or you're coupled up. If you're single, probably don't think that would apply to you as much. That's probably more for my coupled up Libras. If you're single, that message is not for you. The love action in regard to finances could be something else. You could be going on dates or doing something fun with your friends or other people. Basically, somebody that you love. You're spending money with somebody that you love or care about. And finally, we end with spiritual understanding. They're basically saying that, the information that's being brought to you is really to help you understand the deeper truth. So, we learn the most in life in general when times are tough. We learn very little when times are good. You're basically in a learning cycle right now in regards to August for your work and your finances. A lot of lessons being taught, a lot of lessons being learned. So that's what I have for the 4 corners. And now we're going to get into your angel divination cards. This is usually an advice thing where they kind of have an opportunity to say a little extra about these things. Actually, before I get into that, let me tell you about the moon cycles, because that also applies directly to these. And we even pulled the moon card for your work corner. In August, the new moon comes on August the 8th. And that's very important to bring something new into your life, whether it's love or a job or new money or, new health, like we talked about the health corner so much. Bringing something new in is going to be a lot easier for you to do more toward the beginning of the month. The later part of the month, it could still be done, but it's not going to be as fluid. It's not going to be as easy. Now, when we have the full moon in August, that comes in on the 22nd. That's the good time to purge something out of your life that you don't need anymore. Get it out. It's like the garbage truck of the universe. It could be people, physical things, habits, or, emotional baggage. It could be just about anything. But if it doesn't do you any good anymore, get it out at the end of the month. It doesn't have to be on the 22nd, but anywhere right around that. That's why I say the end of the month would be extremely beneficial for you to do. So to get it out and keep it out. That way it doesn't keep energetically coming in and attaching to you in ways you don't want it to do. If you're interested in moon cycles at all, I'm giving away a absolutely free cheat sheet for the moon cycles that I put together. It is like a resource reference guide, and it lasts through the end of the year. So it's not just for August. It's something you can refer to through all of 2021. And I'm offering it up absolutely free just to help you guys out. All you have to do is sign up for the newsletter. It's on the website at the very bottom, scottsagent.com. Scroll to the bottom. You enter like your first name and your email address and send it off. And I send you back your moon cycles cheat sheet. And you can use that to implement positive change into your life very easily. And I think you guys will like that a lot. So take advantage of that as well. So anyway, on to our angel cards for you. The last little wrap up that I have for August. I'm going to read them separate. Sometimes they want me to read them together. I usually start reading them separate, and if I feel like they're just so connected I have to just read them together, then I do that. But I give them the opportunity to just give me one angel card if they want. For you, they wanted 2, so we wanted to give you a little bit of extra oomph for August. The first thing they're talking about is be super clear with your intentions, what you're desiring, and what you're putting out there. What you think your creative co-consciousness is really creating your world. So it's very important in August, which tells me that you're going to be clicking really high at a high frequency in August. So your ability to attract things that you want is going to be very high. Now, that's a double-edged sword, because if you think negatively, if you play victim, or you just like, oh, woe is me, rain cloud, you're going to attract that too. And that's why they want you to be crystal clear with your intention. And that tells me just how high your frequency is. So the month of August, super important to get your thoughts straight. Focus on what it is that's important to you, priorities, all that kind of stuff. Very important. And, the other side of that is not just be positive, but really kind of have faith that it's going to work out and visualize it working out. And this is the start of it working out, is in August. The next thing I have, interestingly enough, applies to your health corner directly. It's healthy lifestyle. So it's a big theme for Libra lately. I know last month we did an entire health spread on Libra. If you're brand new checking this out and you have any kind of health issues that are reoccurring to you, you may want to go back and check out July's Libra spread that I did, because the whole entire thing was about health. But anyway, as far as August goes, they're talking about eating a healthy diet, getting enough sleep, exercising, and basically getting to the optimum level of your health that you can. And that is probably why we have the deception card coming in for your health corner, is because the negative, the dark side forces, they don't want you to do that. They want you to have bad health. They want you to suffer. They don't want you to live a pure, wonderful life. They want things to be tough. So the good side, the side of light, is really putting it out there for you to get this corner straight this month. All the other stuff tells a lot of details about all your different corners and what's going on this month, but this is the one that they're really pushing advice for, and they have for a couple of months now for you Libras. So really got to take hold of that. Got to get your health right, whatever it is for you. Make sure you get enough rest. The sleep part is a big part of that too. Just make sure you don't run yourself into the ground. Make sure you have enough time to recoup and recharge the batteries, is probably the best way to put it. So that wraps up our entire 4-corner spread. I know that was a lot to digest, and but at the same time, a lot of really good information, I think, and hopefully you use that positively and can put in some positive change into your August. So that is where we're going to conclude for now. I hope that you subscribe so you see these videos in the future. I do them every single month, and like the video if you have not yet, and I will see you guys in September.